Prisa Audio by Podium Podcast. Listen up. The best is yet to come.
Santander Bank and Prisa Audio by Podium Podcast present a series created by Manuel Bartual and Juanjo Ramírez Mascaró. Unleashed. Episode 5. Hibernation.
How many people care about your well-being? Ada cares for you 24/7. Did you know that Ada users go to the doctor 75% less than other people? Our monitoring systems are more efficient than many hospital facilities. At Ada, we listen to your heartbeat to prevent potential disorders, anticipating any future illness before it becomes one. At Ada, we calculate how many daily steps you need to stay fit and healthy, and we don't clock out at the end of the day. At Ada, we also supervise your respiratory rate and monitor your sleep metrics. While you rest, we keep watch. Let us provide you with the best care possible, the care you deserve. Why wait? Sign up today and let Ada design your life, because Ada puts you in control.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Where am I?
We are in hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah. Gave us one heck of a shock.
The accident?
You had a concussion.
And you were incredibly lucky. You know, it's a miracle you made it out alive. Please look into the light. Great. Now look to the right. To the left. Perfect. I'll call the doctor.
How are you feeling?
I feel like I got hit by a truck.
Very funny.
And how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. My knee's a bit swollen and my ribs hurt when I cough. Nothing too serious. But, you had me worried.
And what about the car?
Remember that dent I made on the bumper last summer?
Yeah?
Well, that's gone. No dent. No bumper. There's practically nothing left of the front of the car.
Wow.
Hey, forget about the car. We'll get another car. The important thing is, we're both okay.
How long have I been here?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah, 3 days, but don't freak out. I got in touch with your work and they are handling your leave.
That's the least of my worries.
Yeah, I know. A couple of things happened while you were napping, by the way.
What things?
Good things. I mean, for starters, they've caught him.
Sorry, I'm a bit out of it. Who'd they catch?
The burglar, the guy who broke into our flat. He's at the police station right now.
But how?
CCTV recordings.
What recordings?
The CCTV at cash points, traffic lights. It turns out 4 men were wandering around our neighborhood when the break-in happened. And they fit your description. They were wearing, hoodies.
Okay.
One of them was walking extremely fast for about a quarter of a mile, and he looked pretty dodgy.
But how can they be sure it was him?
Because the police are about as good at policing as you are. There were muddy footprints on our stairwell, and they found a pair of boots with the same muddy soles and imprint in the suspect's house.
Okay.
And guess what else they found on the sole of the boot?
A signed confession?
Yeah, almost. A tiny piece of glass from our window.
For real?
Yeah, for real. So, there we go. That's one thing off our minds, right?
Hey, what about the box? Did they find it?
No, not yet. The guy said someone asked him to steal it.
Someone asked him? It was a job?
Yeah, apparently. He's insisting that someone forced him to do it, but the police aren't buying it. They told me criminals often claim they were forced to do something to reduce their sentence.
But wouldn't giving the box back reduce the sentence even more?
Well,
Incoming call from Claire Alley's colleague. Do you want to answer?
no, look. I bet she's calling about your leave. I'll take it, don't worry. Claire? Hey. Yeah, she just woke up. Well, right this minute, right now. Yeah, we're waiting for the doctor, but she's looking better. Thanks. Yeah, of course.
Can I come in?
Sure.
May I, do you mind if I sit?
Sorry, have we met?
Our bumpers have, unfortunately. I'm Henry. Nice to meet you.
You were driving the truck?
Yeah, that's right. I was in for a checkup and heard you were awake.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. A bruised shoulder and my side's a bit banged up, but apart from that, I'm fine. The thing
Look,
is...
if this is about the paperwork for the insurance company, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not in the right...
Oh, no, that's not why I'm here. Those vultures can pick over our mess in their own time. I wanted to apologize.
No, there's no need. It was an accident.
I know, but it was my fault. You know, if I hadn't paid attention to that gadget...
What do you mean?
Look, I've been driving the same route for 32 years. I could do it with my eyes closed. But my granddaughter got me one of those gadgets the other day and I didn't...
What did she get you?
That GPS thing that talks and does everything for you. Anyway, that day it went and suggested an alternative route to avoid the traffic. It was raining cats and dogs, and you know how bad the roads get.
And?
And I know those roads like the back of my hand, so I thought it was weird to take an alternative route. Sounded a bit fishy, if you ask me. But that machine's supposed to be cleverer than us, right? And you're supposed to do as it says, huh?
That gadget. Do you remember what it was called?
It's the one on TV. You know, the one everyone has. Ada.
Is that vanilla?
Relaxing, right?
You're so thoughtful.
Thoughtful and resourceful. You see, air freshener means you can't tell that I haven't cleaned these last few days. Do you fancy sushi? I thought maybe we could order in.
I'm not hungry, so you choose.
Okay. Shall I order now?
Yeah, whenever.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
What do you mean?
Well, something's been bothering you since we left the hospital. Or maybe since before. I mean, I can almost hear the gears turning in your brain, you know?
I don't want you to get angry.
I'm literally not capable of getting angry right now.
Can you switch Ada off?
Off?
Yes.
Sure. Ada, switch off, please.
For how long? No. Switch her off completely. Unplug the device and turn off your phone, too, please.
Okay. Done. Off.
This wasn't an accident.
No, of course it wasn't. I mean, we crashed because we were screaming at each other, Alice, and because we took our eyes off the road. You see, that's why I don't like arguing.
No, that's not it.
because
I think... I think someone used Ada to make sure the truck was there. I know
Alice,
you won't
come on,
believe
you
me,
have
but let
to
me...
drop this.
Wait, just let me speak, please. Just hear me out.
Okay?
Look, I know none of this makes sense, and I know it must sound ridiculous from the outside, but I think someone is using Titania not only to predict what's going to happen, but also to make certain things happen. I mentioned before Julia told me about a variable map, right? A sort of list of probabilities that Titania generates for each user. She said the system uses it to design recommendations, so if that's the case, if Titania can predict potential outcomes, then maybe she can, I don't know, mix up certain things to get a specific result. And I think someone used Titania to try to get rid of me. They used Ada to direct that truck straight towards our car, and that's why...
Who on earth would want to do that?
I don't know, but I think there's someone out there on the other side listening in, and now they know I know stuff about Titania. They heard me tell you about it, they heard us tell Rebecca, and then they try to kill us, John. I think we're in danger. You,
Ali,
me,
don't
Rebecca,
start.
and anyone who...
Okay,
we have to...
My turn,
listen,
Ali.
We
Okay?
have to...
Can you listen to me, just for a second, please? Thank you. Look, you've been in the hospital. It hasn't even been 10 days since the accident, and you are exhausted. You're obviously going to be suspicious of everything.
I'm not being suspicious, I'm being...
Remember what you were doing when we got involved in all this madness?
What, trying to find a new job?
Exactly. So, how about you go back to that?
That ship has sailed, John. That vacancy must have been filled by now. Anyway,
Well,
I don't...
in that case, rest, recover, and start over. How did you find that job offer?
Ada suggested it.
Okay, so we get Ada to suggest some more job offers.
Ada? You've got to be kidding. Are you even listening to me?
Of course I'm listening to you, but even if someone is trying to hurt you, which is a stretch because you have no proof to back this up, and think, when did the problem start? I mean, you know, right? Things started to go wrong when you ignored Ada's advice.
Let me get this straight. I tell you they're using Ada against us, and you're saying I should obey Ada? For real?
No, I just want you to remember what things were like before you got caught up in this whole thing. Ali, I know you. And this is what I was trying to get at in the car, but the words came out wrong. You don't take things for granted. And, hey, I love you for that, because it means you don't settle. You want to be the best version of yourself, and that makes you question everything and analyze everything, but sometimes that can also lead you to, I don't know, maybe overthink things. I mean, I think that if you...
Okay. Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I know things got out of hand the last few days. I'm sure a bit of rest will do me good. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. Everything's gonna be okay. I promise.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure it will.
Who is it?
It's Alice.
How did you...
A neighbor opened the door for me. Can I come in?
Yes, but did you put your phone in the mailbox?
No.
Well, then...
It's at home. I'm completely offline.
Okay. Come in. Excuse the mess. I was in the middle of organizing.
Yeah, no worries.
What happened to your forehead?
I was in a car crash.
A car crash? When?
3 weeks ago tomorrow. A truck driver decided to change his regular route, thanks to Ada.
Thanks to Ada?
That's right. I think... Well, what I think Look, Julia, all this has brought something back. I've been thinking about a rug we had in our house growing up. It was this huge rug, and sometimes my mom would play with us on it, with my sister and me. Not often, because she always had stuff to do, but that was my favorite moment of the week. And the rug had all these patterns, creases, abstract forms, and would sit there and point out objects and shapes.
Like with clouds?
Yeah, more or less like with clouds. The thing is, you could always find what you were looking for on the rug. It could be a lion or a cow or a rocket. The same pattern could be a fisheye or a bike wheel. It could be anything, really. It all came down to the other patterns around it.
Oh, yeah, I see. And you think that that's what I'm doing? That I'm seeing things that aren't...
No. I think the rug is gone. We had a rug, but it's been pulled out from under us. It's no longer ours. It's not yours, not mine, not anybody's.
Sorry, you lost me.
Can I use your computer?
I guess.
You know what else I've been doing lately? I've been at home, searching online, reading, and I've found things. Like this. Look.
What am I looking at?
The news from last year. April last year. 2 days after the plane crash. This basically went unnoticed because those days, well, you know, it was all about the accident.
Yeah?
So anyway, there was a vote to modify a series of international treaties, including this one.
Agreement for market regularization and monopoly prevention within the technological sector.
That agreement was aimed at stopping global tech monopolies, but the vote failed. If it had passed, they could never have... Hang on. Where did I... Have you seen what they're planning for Ada's 10th anniversary?
Yes, I believe they want to implement the updated code for Titania. The stuff I worked on, right?
Yeah. But there's a lot more to it than that. Look. We won't know for sure until the official announcement, but there are rumors that apart from the new release and a whole new range of smart speakers and devices, they've also signed new agreements to expand their scope. Look. If that happens, their control over the market will
They'll
be...
control the whole market.
Exactly. They've already left their competition in the dust, but if this happens, it will put them light years ahead of everybody. And they'll be able to do it because the agreement didn't go through. Guess how many more votes they needed for it to pass?
No idea.
3. Now look. Do any of these names look familiar?
Yes, I think they...
Yeah, they were on the plane. All 3 of them. They were on their way to the vote, but they obviously didn't make it. The vote couldn't be delayed, there was no time to designate a new set of representatives, and, well, the rest is history. Do you know what caused the accident?
Yes, it was, I think I read it was due to human error?
That's right. The assigned pilot got food poisoning and couldn't fly. And the substitute pilot was less experienced and had exceeded the allowed number of flight hours that month.
Are you saying... Do you think...
Yes. I think Titania does more than predict what's going to happen. I think Titania can also make things happen. I think the rug is gone. We don't get to decide what we see or don't see in the patterns and creases of our lives because Titania does it for us. We're becoming more and more dependent on her. And if these rumors are true, just imagine the number of lives that company will control. That's why I think someone at Ada used Titania to keep the vote from moving forward, and they did it by making the plane crash. But you know what? What I think doesn't matter, and what you think doesn't matter either, because we can't prove a thing.
But we do have evidence. You saw those papers.
No, that's not enough. We need the reports. Nobody's going to believe us without the files that prove Ada canceled the appointments because Titania knew the plane was going to crash.
That's...
How can we get our hands on them?
It's impossible. I mean, I would have tried if I could. But no, there is no... Well, I mean, there is. The only way would be with the lamp code. That would...
Lamp code?
Yeah, it's a code that you can use to access Titania remotely from any computer. But to get our hands on it, we'd have to get into an Ada building, slip past security, access internal servers. I mean, if that were feasible, I'd have done it already.
What if you had a secret weapon?
And what would that be?
The twin sister of an Ada employee. An identical twin with the exact same face who's eager to find out what's going on.